The story of Exodus of the Jewish tribes from Egypt is a symbolic narrative deeply rooted in Hebrew tradition. In Hebrew, the word for Egypt is Mitzrayim, which carries multifaceted meanings. It symbolizes not only the geographical location, but also a consciousness state of servitude and oppression, exemplified by the enslavement of the Israelites. Furthermore, it represents a land of exile and a place of spiritual or metaphorical constriction. The tale of the tribe's liberation by Moses from generations of slavery parallels the journey of human consciousness breaking free from what we now metaphorically refer to as the matrix, a realm of limitations where the mind is confined and enslaved. The metaphorical trek through the desert for 40 years signifies the inner journey required to emancipate oneself from bondage. All external trials, be it the desert, Egypt, or the land of Israel, are symbolic representations of the internal struggles we must confront and overcome. Blaming Pharaoh alone for the enslavement of the Jewish people is oversimplified. The true captor lies within the human mentality and consciousness, which perpetuates enslavement. Despite the presence of external and internal pharaohs, so to speak, or shadows, which seek to keep us tethered to lower frequencies represented by Egypt in this story, each individual has the capacity to liberate themselves. Egypt symbolizes the depth of our consciousness, a place of ego, shadows, lust, and selfish desires, while Israel signifies the pinnacle of spiritual evolution and enlightenment. The transformative 40 years in the desert journey in the story necessitates a reprogramming of the mind and spirit to reconnect with the source within. For years, I've been speaking of two deeply ingrained societal programs perpetuating human enslavement, which are the killings of animals and the harmful exploitation of sex, particularly concerning children. It is my absolute knowing that once humanity transcends these programs, we will attain liberation and realize our full potential, liberated from the influence of any dark forces. The liberation and their arrival in Israel, in this story of the Israelites, also called Zion, the promised land or Israel, the place of higher consciousness and light, represent the liberation from the matrix. No wonder that in the movie The Matrix, the free place for human was called Zion. That is not coincidence, I can assure you. The golden calf, a biblical symbol found in the Old Testament, specifically in the book of Exodus. This tale unfolds during the 40 years that the Israelites were making their way through the desert. This inner journey to evolution, as many of us know, comes with obstacles, tests created by our own psyche. The tale represents the inner struggles that the ego may bring when temptation arises to stray from our highest path. According to the narrative, after the Israelites escaped from slavery in Egypt under the leadership of Moses, they journeyed through the desert towards the promised land, Zion. During Moses' absence on Mount Sinai, where he received the 10 Commandments from God, the Israelites grew restless and anxious. They persuaded Aaron, Moses' brother, to fashion a golden calf idol for them to worship. The significance of the golden calf lies in its representation of temptation to stray from the path of righteousness. It symbolizes the Israelites' failure to maintain faith and loyalty to their covenant with God or source, opting instead for a tangible and material object to worship. Now, I want to speak a little bit before this next Passover is coming up. Passover is the holiday where the Jewish tribes, the Israelites, are celebrating this story, this tale of liberation and freedom from Egypt to Israel. I want to talk about this movie that is about to come out, that everyone is talking about, which is no coincidence that it's coming out right now in this time, especially before Passover and after the eclipse we just had. Christspiracy. This is a movie to me that symbolizes the new age and human evolution from darkness into light. The question asked in the movie, how would Jesus kill an animal? What a question. What a magnificent question. A movie like this is what I was working and waiting for. To me, this is a sign of a beginning for the fall of religion, as well as the deprogramming of the human psyche to accept murder as a way of life. Animal exploitation is not just a huge business, but also one of the main ways to keep humans enslaved and humanity in a low frequency. The reason why I have been shadow banned for 7 years on any platform is because I speak against animal killing and child sacrifice, not because I speak about sex. They have tried to silence me, but they cannot touch me. My main work is in fact not sex magic. Is it in fact to reach the human hearts and wake them up to the main reasons for the hell we live in, which again are the killing and using of animals and pedophilia. Blood and sex sacrifices involve the most innocent creatures, animals and children. It is only when we form a sacred union within ourselves and with each other, when the heart of the divine masculine and the womb of the divine feminine awaken back into their original codes of power, that we can create a safe, evolved world for the children and animals, where we can finally live free and restore our full glory as children of the Divine Mother.